I like what we're seeing. You know, I think offensive line shaping up. We got most of our guys back from all the injury stuff, so it's good to have Meany out there. Good to see Gary Williams running around. So that was a plus for our offensive line. So some good things came out of today.
Well, it looked like Dixon had a pretty good day.
Yes, he has. He's actually had a good camp. You know, he overheated a little bit today, so they're going to take him in and probably give him an IV. But he has been practicing very well for us. As have a lot of the young offensive linemen. I think Oscar Johnson's done a nice job for us. Kevin Hughes has been good. And then the two rookie free agents we signed. You know, I think both those guys are doing well, and then the Canadian's doing a great job.
You and a couple guys with heat right at the end there, big linemen. And I know you've already taken steps to come out here early. Might you think about coming out even earlier in the morning?
Well, the unfortunate thing is because we still have to do the installation. You know, what we do is we use the afternoon instead of coming back out the second time. We're using it really to stay inside. And so we'll finish up today's meetings. But we still have to do the installation in the morning. You know, I thought about trying to extend these meetings, but again, with the time constraints, we don't want to go over. So what we try to do is, we'll try to get them out as quickly as we can and get rolling.
Calvin said he was going to spend his break here. He wasn't going to go anywhere. I mean, how important is that for a rookie to maintain that?
Well, it's great because, you know, he'll be here. He's got one more week, obviously, of this stuff before he'll be on his break. But the nice thing is Cam will be around. Cam's going to be here rehabbing, you know, and so I know the two of those guys will be working on developing that rapport, which I think is important. I do agree. It's good to see that he's going to be staying and he'll be around.
Just in terms of getting to know each other personally, even more, like even if they're not doing football stuff, just
without a doubt. And it's not just, you know, like Cam and Calvin, but for the most part, the team as a group. The more you get to know your teammates, the more you learn to believe in them and trust them, and I think that's important.
How far has Brandon Williams come in the last year?
Brandon Williams has come a long way. He's learned an awful lot. He's developed an awful lot. You know, he's one of the guys that stayed here year-round on his own. You know, he started his workouts early in February, and he's been going ever since. And he's been chomping at the bit to come out and show what he's learned and continue to learn and grow. And he just keeps going out there making plays. So we're excited for Brandon.
Is tight end going to be a tough position?
It's going to be a very tough position for us. I mean, we have 6 veteran guys that have all played in this league, that have all done some things in this league, that have made their mark. And I mean, it's hard. I mean, we've got a tough decision at that position, and all these guys right now are all very, very competitive.
What kind of development have you seen from Coney Ely just in the short period of time you've had him here?
Very good development. It's been very good. I mean, it's kind of neat to watch him. I mean, he came in all honesty, the first couple of days he looked lost. The last few days he's looked like he fits in and belongs. I mean, he's played everything from the 6 to the 7, the 9, the 5, and the 3 techniques for us, and he's done a great job. So we're excited about who he is and who he can become for us.
Ron, sitting here now, who would you say you're looking at the most at returners?
Well, I think, again, it's still going to be a mix of guys until we have a clear-cut guy step up. So, you know, until we know who that guy is, it's just going to be a mix of guys. That nobody has the edge as far as punt return is concerned. Kickoff is going to be a little bit different, obviously, because of Kealoha coming back healthy, and Kenyon Barnard, you know, guys that have done it for us in the past. So we feel good about that situation. The big situation, obviously, will be punt return.
Looked like Antoine today was
Antoine did it in college and did it when he was with San Diego, and he did it a couple times for Arizona last year as well. So he has that ability. He did it in college and was very good at it. So you know, he's probably that safety guy that, you know, you sit there and say, you know, we got to get the ball caught. You could throw a guy like him out there. So we'll see, though. I mean, again, it's still early to say. You know, we're going to most certainly work with that and see if we can find the right guy.
You didn't mention Underwood for either of those spots.
Taquan does both those as well. You know, and we'll see what happens.
Harper was back today, but were you holding him out for a little bit? Because
no. Yesterday, Harper, his wife had a baby.
Right, but
early.
he was back today.
Yes.
But it seemed like Lester was getting most of the.
Well, no, there's no thought behind that.
Okay.
Don't read into that. There's nothing there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks,
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.